It is time for a brand new series right here on 3 Up, 3 Down. Major League Baseball teams are affected so much by their ability to scout and develop players, and nothing is more important than their first round pick each season. So we're going to go back the last 5 years for each Major League team and take a look at how those players are producing and are they likely to make an impact at the Major League level. We're going to kick things off in my favorite division, the home of my Toronto Blue Jays, the AL East. Let's go. So why don't we kick it off with those Toronto Blue Jays? Their 2021 first-round pick, of course, was Gunnar Hoglund. He is no longer part of the Blue Jays. He's now the 18th ranked prospect for the Athletics. Of course, the Blue Jays acquired Matt Chapman for his services. Matt Chapman no longer with the team, so kind of a missed opportunity there. 2022 first-rounder Brandon Barriera has definitely had his struggles. Still only 21 years old, but a 6.59 ERA in 27 minor league innings, 5.9 walks per nine. He's dealt with arm injuries and struggled along the way. 23 prospect Aryan Namala has had a nice start to his minor league career. 838 at-bats in the minors with a 746 OPS. Very solid. He's repeating a high A ball in Vancouver to start the 2026 season. I did just recently see him launch a home run in Vancouver, so it looks like he's having a nice start this year. Of course, for the Blue Jays, there's nothing bigger than their 2024 first-rounder, Trey Yesavage. We saw what Yesavage did in the playoffs. He's made his 2026 return after some arm troubles. He looks like a future ace. If he's not already there, this guy is absolutely electric. 3.21 ERA in the regular season in the last year and a 12.7 K per nine in the playoffs. Of course, he shut down the Dodgers in LA in Game 5 of the World Series. What a stud this guy can be. Most recent first rounder in 2025 is JoJo Parker, a shortstop, number 66 ranked in Baseball America. Did not play at all at the end of 2025, is just kind of getting things figured out in 2026 to begin his minor league career. So overall for the Blue Jays, some misses, some hits like you're going to get from any team. Of course, the big stud is going to be Yesavage. Taking a look at the New York Yankees, their 2021 first-rounder was Trey Sweeney. Of course, Sweeney was traded to the Dodgers. He's now in Detroit. He's had some average-ish seasons in Detroit, has contributed, though, at the shortstop position. Currently injured at the time, but is potentially still a major league caliber shortstop. Their big hit was in 2022 with Spencer Jones. We know the big man has put up numbers. An 841 OPS and 35 home runs in 2025 to go along with 29 stolen bases. Very similar to Aaron Judge early on in his career. Power and speed. There's lots of talk in Yankee land, of course, about George Lombard Jr. As I'm recording this, he just got called up to AAA today. 20-year-old, 983 OPS in high A ball. Did struggle at AA at the end of last season, 695 OPS, but he's got tremendous tools, and obviously he's had a nice start to 2026 to get the call up. And their 2024 first-rounder is Ben Hess, still the number 5 ranked prospect in their system. A 3.22 ERA in 103 minor league innings, 12.1 K per nine. He is getting close to the majors as well. The Yankees, because of salary things, did not have a first-rounder in 2025. Turning our attention to the Boston Red Sox in 2021, their 4th overall pick, Marcelo Meyer. Meyer, of course, is trying to establish himself in the major leagues now. An 826 OPS in the minors. Certainly looks like a capable middle infielder, maybe a third baseman along the way for the Red Sox. 2022, 13th ranked prospect now is Mikey Romero, 764 OPS in the minors. He's still adjusting, it seems, at every level, but once he makes the adjustment, he's able to make the jump to the next one. So a slower moving prospect that way. Their 2023 and 2024 first rounders, Kyle Teel and Braden Montgomery, are now part of the White Sox organization. Kyle Teel is in the majors, looking to establish himself as the White Sox catcher. Braden Montgomery is the number 1 ranked prospect for the White Sox. Both of those players were dealt for Garrett Crochet, so a nice use of assets there, provided Crochet can stay healthy. And Kyson Witherspoon in 2025, first rounder there. He's put up a 2.65 ERA at Oklahoma in college. Baseball America has him ranked as the number 69 prospect. Witherspoon is just making his minor league debut in 2026. Of course, when we think of first rounders, we're always thinking of the Baltimore Orioles 2021 first rounder Colton Cowser's in the major leagues. 100 OPS plus in 900 MLB at bats entering 2026. He's looking to take that next step. Of course, Jackson Holliday began 2026 injured. We know he put up that 927 OPS in the minors, but in 776 at bats in the majors, he's at a 659 OPS. Still looking to take that next step. Enrique Bradfield Jr., the number 8 prospect now currently for the Orioles, a real speedster in the outfield. He's still adjusting to AAA, but 135 stolen bases in the minors, a 725 OPS. The defense will probably get him to the majors at some point in time. Vance Honeycutt, unfortunately, is the number 29 ranked prospect for the Orioles. He just has not developed the way they hoped. 2 really bad years in the minors and a 546 OPS, kind of looking like a bust. But a guy who's not looking like a bust, Ike Irish, number 4 to start the season in the Orioles system. He is raking to begin this year. Started in A-ball, 74 at-bats to the 594 OPS last season, but he is back and raking at A-ball and should be moving up the system very quickly. A team we really think of in terms of draft and development, the Tampa Bay Rays. 2021 first overall pick Carson Williams is still the number 1 ranked prospect in the Rays system. He is looking to establish himself in the majors as a shortstop. 816 OPS in the minors. It has not translated yet to the majors, the 547 OPS. Still looking for that full season in the majors. Xavier Isaac is the number 14 ranked prospect in the Rays system. He's reaching the high minors at 867 OPS there, 812 at AA. Very slow progression as a high schooler. He is still only 22 years old, making his way up the system. We'll see what he can develop to for the Rays. 2023 looks like a bust in Braden Taylor. He is not ranked as in the top 30 prospects for the Rays. Very bad 2025, a 575 OPS. But he did put up an 872 OPS in Fall League, which kind of compares favorably to about AA level. So maybe there's still something there to establish Braden Taylor. Theo Gillen is the number 2 ranked prospect in the Rays system. He's had a very nice start to his minor league career. Only 20 years old, an 820 OPS in first full year in the minors in A-ball. We'll see what he can do over the next couple of years. And lastly is Daniel Pierce is the number 5 ranked prospect, a high school pick who did not appear in minor league ball in 2025. The other thing to note with the Rays is they actually have acquired another first round pick. Dylan Lesko came over from the Padres, but he is not ranked in their top system either, in the top 30. 7.07 ERA and 135 innings, all of those below A-ball, AA ball. So Dylan Lesko is not establishing himself with the Rays. So there you have a look in terms of the AL East and their first rounders. For me, it really stands out. The Yankees seem to have hit the most, even though they've been picking later in the first round. Of course, there's still a big opportunity for the Orioles guys to really develop. Colton Cowser, Jackson Holliday. Probably throw Boston in there as the next ranked team. If they hadn't traded those prospects away, they would probably be the best in this system. They've made the best picks, but they've used the assets as they've chosen. Tampa Bay has had some struggles. Toronto has had some struggles outside of Trey Savage. But we'll see how those first rounders can develop over the next couple of years and really impact the major league teams and maybe flip the balance of power in that tight AL East. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. Another video here on 3 Up, 3 Down. If you guys are into this kind of content, make sure you are subscribed to the channel as we talk prospects across each division in Major League Baseball. Greatly appreciate all your guys' support. And until next time, take care, everyone.